A strand beast moves by consuming wind and turning it into energy. It's an amazing sight. Theo Jansen calls them new forms of life. Are they art? Are they science? Takeshi will investigate the mysteries of the shape-shifting, ever-evolving strand beast. Takeshi has come to the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation in Tokyo to meet with Theo Jansen.
Hello.
Theo has come along with a huge strand beast. Oh, wow.
No, it's very nice to see you again. Very nice to see you again.
This is really something.
Thank you. This is my most recent animal.
Seeing it from far away, it looked even stranger than the Sydney Opera House.
Thank you.
I know it moves, but even if it didn't, it'd still be an artistic masterpiece. This is Theo Jansen's latest work, Animaris siamensis. It's 9 meters long and weighs 240 kilograms. It's one of his largest works ever. Siamensis means twin. This is the front side, the head. The form of the creature is like two bodies put together. It creates stability and allows the creature to walk with better balance. The wings are connected to cranks. Together, these cranks look very much like a spinal column. The creature consumes wind, using the wind's energy to turn its cranks. It can move all 72 of its legs at once. If all of the plastic tubes in its huge body were lined up end to end, they would extend 2 kilometers. The entire creation took 1 year.
So, Takeshi-san, would you take off this tube of the, this one, take it off.
What's going to happen?
Yes.
I can take this off? Takeshi opens the air valve.
Whoa!
And all of the legs begin to move, advancing slowly. This is awesome! It moves like a living thing, without electricity or an engine. The many legs must be arranged with good balance in order to support the massive body. Getting such complicated movement to work requires precise calculations.
Takeshi-san, please stop it. This is Shogaku. Push it, yes.
When he touches the feeler, it starts moving in reverse.
Now the sea. It's coming to the sea.
This is incredible. To simulate the beast entering the ocean,
Yes.
Takeshi readies a bottle of water.
Yes, do it, yes.
Oh!
I helped it a bit, I must say.
Once again, the beast stops and then reverses direction. This is really something else. Incredible.
You see the wings up there, and now they're shrunken in. And that would be the situation when the wind is very strong. But if the wind is nice and mild, then the wings will spread out. see it coming out like this.
風を来てるときはこういう具合に広げて、風を受けるようにして、
So they catch the wind.
広がり方に。
It's moving this way. So always with the nose into the wind, sideways like this, very carefully. Always sideways. Just like a crab.
横向きについてる。
So it moves just like a crab at the beach.
Crab.
It's like a crab, yes.
Like going sideways.
Yes, because it has to be always careful not to blow away, because the wind is very strong on the beaches in Holland. So the wings can store the wind. That means there are pumps connected to the wings, and they pump up air in pet bottles, which are over there. So they press the wind into the bottles, and they need this energy in case that the wind falls away on the beach and the tide would come up. They still have a little bit of energy in their stomach, wind stomach, to reach the dunes and save their lives.
When wind is your only power source, you can't move without it. But a strand beast can consume wind like a meal, storing it in plastic bottles. When the wings absorb wind, they move a piston that sends air into the bottles. And when the valve on a plastic bottle is opened, the compressed air rushes out and propels the legs.
Well, what's going on with this?
Takeshi wants to know exactly how the creature reverses direction.
So there's this thing. Okay, I touch this, and by doing that, I reverse the outlet for the air, and the air is what powers it, right?
But what you see here is the shogaku. When it feels something, then touches, and he walks the other way. This is a sensor. We have also, this is also a sensor for the wind, for the water. So you have the water feeler here in the back. This tube is small but vital for surviving on the beach. And it sucks in air all the time. And when it comes into the sea, it swallows the water of the sea. And then it feels the resistance of it, and then it walks out of the sea.
You know, I think this is sort of how animals look when they first evolved to come out of the ocean and onto the beach. But I wonder what this will look like when it returns to the ocean, the way the whales did. So this is the basic layout for the legs, the mathematical structure behind them.
It's transformed to a complex movement written by the pencil. This is straight, and so when the foot is on the ground, the animal makes a straight line.
Oh, so it moves forward by this much.
That's like the axis of a wheel. It stays on the same level. It doesn't go up and down. No, it stays on the same level.
Oh, it moves like that because it's arranged like this.
So this is a reinvention of the wheel, you could say. And
if you really simplify it, this is the axle and the tires here. But to make it move like legs, you needed to make a mechanism like this.
Yeah, it's also for the beaches, legs are better than wheels. For instance, if you go on the bicycle on the beach, it's very hard to go through. That, like here, I can show you. This has to be this. This has to be this. This is this. This. And there are 13 numbers which determine this thing.
I'm guessing these are ratios. These two numbers, 39.4, 39.3, are different by just 0.1. It's not precise, huh?
On this ratio of numbers, that's why I called it the holy number. And there was a night I couldn't sleep.
It was not easy for Theo to find these holy numbers. Finding the right ratios was the biggest issue. There are so many possible combinations that it would have taken computers of that time 100,000 years to calculate them all. So Theo chose 1,500 combinations at random, graphed them with a computer, and through trial and error, finally found a form that worked.
When exactly did you use a computer to find this combination?
This was 19 years ago. Yes.
But it took humans tens or hundreds of thousands of years to walk. Compared to that, it didn't take you long to find this.
I'm in a hurry. I'm an old man, so almost. And so I maybe have 20 years more. I don't have millions of years.
Theo always loved machines and studied advanced physics at university. Wanting to make works that reflected his imagination, Theo became an artist. His works attracted attention for the way they fused scientific expertise and artistic beauty. One day in 1990, he had the idea for a new artificial life form that could guard Holland's beaches. He decided to use his knowledge of physics to create this new life, and also to make it beautiful. The Strand Beast was born. Theo has poured 20 years of his life into Strand Beast production.
So here you see the history of the evolution of the beach animals. But first it was made with plastic tape around it. I didn't know how to make the joints, but it was a very complicated. No, it couldn't even stand on its feet. It just could move its legs laying on its back.
It's basically these, right? Not bamboo or something else, but plastic.
Yes, because this plastic tube is in my life since I was young. Maybe I can have a paper of you. Take this paper.
Theo tears up some paper and rolls it up.
Okay.
What does he want to show us?
A blowgun. You used to play with these.
Because it is everywhere, it's very cheap. So that was the reason to start with it. But in the meantime, while working it, I discovered so many possibilities in there. So I just want to restrict myself more and more to this tube. So in fact, I want to restrict it because just real life is also built of one material called protein. So usually nature, evolution has a plan, but it doesn't succeed because the protein corrects its way by trial and error. Because at the end, the animal which is there is the path is not a straight line like an engineer, but it's a very curly path.
Theo calls these plastic tubes protein. As he continued working with them over the years, the Strand Beast underwent a unique evolution. This was the world's first ever Strand Beast. Tape bound the body together, and it was unable to support its own weight. It couldn't even stand up. Using materials like string made the next version of the creature able to stand. But its walking was unsteady, and it needed help to stay balanced. plastic tubes were weak and held together by tape and string. The creature lacked stability. However, Theo came up with a solution. He would heat up the plastic and work with it in that heated state. He took advantage of the fact that plastic is hard when cold, but quite pliable when hot. This was the first reason they were using heat treatment. It moved its 48 legs deftly and carried its 160-kilogram frame smoothly. Using heat-treated plastic resulted in a creature with a strong body and precise movement.
This is what I call a cell. But there are many kinds of cells. This is called a cell as well. Can you hold this? Hey.
So these are like the muscles and nerve cells.
It's connected to the wing, and it pumps up the muscles.
No, I feel it up like this.
Yes.
In keeping with the animal-like evolution of the centipede, Theo calls the parts made from plastic tubes cells. There are 15 types of centipede cells, including a nerve cell that controls a creature's intelligence.
Okay. This is a nerve cell. So if I blow in here, this is a connection. But I put this piston in here. Connection is blocked. The output is opposite from the input. And that's why I call this a liar. Right? It tells the opposite from what it is. Something like a liar, imagine you are a liar. And he's a liar. And I'm a liar.
All three of us.
And I said to you, yes, you're a liar. What you to say to him?
If you say yes, then I say no to him.
That's what's happening with uneven number of liars. That I change opinion.
1010 is like a binary system.
You could see that like that. So in an uneven number of liars, you keep changing your opinion all the time. And that's why it's called a dynamic system. So, yeah.
When three of Theo's nerve cells are linked together, the system they create begins to move.
The air comes out, closes, opens, closes. Now I see.
They say yes and no all the time.
When air is sent to the nerve cells, the systems move up and down, and the valves open and close. With these nerve cells, a strand beast can move like an intelligent creature. When the feeler is touched, the signals to the nerve cells reverse, and the beast's direction reverses as well.
What you see here, this is the future of the strand beast. This will be the brain of the strand beast. So in the future, the animals can count their steps away from the food. When they smell the food, they can count their steps, so they know where they are at the beach.
So if it can count the number of steps from the seed, it can stop in reverse direction or go to the side. So you can give it the movement of a robot equipped with a computer chip by using really simple materials.
That's what's happening when I found out about the system. This opens a whole horizon again for a new development.
Theo showed us his work notebook.
This is my diary, so I write with my thoughts.
Fragments of Theo's imagination become sketches or formulas stuffed into this notebook.
What I think is you're an artist. You're drawing sketches like Da Vinci. You're creating things that look like helicopters. You're like Da Vinci from the Renaissance. My mother always got mad when I goofed off on math and beated his head. I'm actually not here to see this.
I'm saying, it's interesting.
When I was a kid, I also made a lot of stuff. I would make things that looked like airplanes. I would make them out of cardboard and wood. I'd use cardboard for the wings and make the plane out of wood. Then I would jump down from the tree trying to fly it, and Aircraft couldn't handle it. I was always getting scolded for things like that.
Oh, really? Uh-huh. And it's good to hear that you were playing as a kid as well. Well, I think, in fact, that it's exactly that it's wired. In fact, you're more or less forced to make blankies. And that's what happens with a lot of people. Also here in Japan, there are a lot of people making blankies.
Theo has given away information on how to make scrambled, including his golden ratio, on the internet and elsewhere. This led to the creation of works across the globe that use Theo's writing technique. These were the children of the centipede that Theo had been hoping for. Before he knew it, the creatures had used the golden ratio as their DNA and multiplied. He showed us some of the beast's children produced by people around the world.
And this is a very fast one. And here is a very nice one. I like this one very much as well. If you turn this,
Electricity.
it makes electricity.
Wait just a second. Let me try.
Okay? Yeah.
It's easy to push with your hand and turn the crank.
Yeah. Good. It can also have
Here is a new species of beast that a person can ride on.
Well, that's what different places find. Creators used to make a ritual kids, but I bet he really just wanted to make it for himself.
I don't believe it.
Well, the basics are still, this diagram, these ratios, there's nothing that can happen. This is where it starts.
This seems to be quite a very smooth one. And also manual.
So this is greater than using all the eyes, for sure.
Yes,
This is against the number. It's serious if you get infected. So, how is the beast going to evolve from here?
well, I think the future is the brain of the animal will be much more important. Just like their brains turn out to be a good instrument to survive. If you look at the humans, we survive because we have brains, not because we have a lot of strength, but because we have the imagination. And apart from imagination is being useful, imagination also makes people happy. And I think when imagination is ruled repeat